Nicole O'Neill once said, "When you find the courage to use your voice, it has the power to positively inspire and change the lives of others. It is one of the special gifts you have to offer the world. It is something to be cherished and championed, never hidden." And that is why we are here on Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ. I am a life and transformational coach, and I work with women aged 40 and above to turn their abandoned dreams into achievable goals by activating their voice for impact. I'm also a podcaster and an event host. On this show with me is
Great, so amazing. The goal of this show is to help people use their voices to create impact. I am a physicist and a life coach. What I do for my clients is I help them build systems to achieve their goals whilst having fun doing it. On this show, we discuss topical issues that can inspire you to move. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome aboard.
All right. Yes, like, subscribe, and share. Welcome to this week's episode of Your Voice, Your Impact, where we talk about everything that can push you forward into your goal, but also to be here as a signpost to say, come, you have a voice. Your voice is meant for impact, and you can start to use it from where you are. And we are saying also that this is a platform where you can actually start to do that. So, are you an expert in your field? Do you have a passion, of talking about a particular topic or certain topics, and you're looking for a platform to share your knowledge, your expertise? Then Your Voice, Your Impact is the platform for you. Myself and Grace are here every Monday, 1 p.m. West African time, 4 p.m. GST, and that will be 12 noon GMT. And it's a pleasure to be here again this week. And this is almost like is this the last week before? This is a week before our 1 year anniversary. So by this time next week, Wednesday, we will be 1 year old. That will be 1 year of consistently showing up. Here we started off on Instagram, and then we morphed, and moved to using StreamYard to stream to multiple channels at the same time. So currently we stream to YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And sometime during the week, we'll restream to Facebook. So wherever or on whatever platform that you watch us from, we are grateful that you've been on this journey, whether you started with us or you joined us at some point, or this is actually your first time of being here with us. We say a warm welcome to you. Thank you to everyone joining us on Instagram. I see you, Abishoye. Hello. I see you, Miss Jibs. Hello. I see you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for the congratulatory message. We are glad we couldn't have made it this far if you are not been showing up, week in, week out. So thank you for showing up every week and for joining us as we celebrate our 1 year anniversary. Now, our first anniversary, we have a masterclass. In case you've not heard about it before, let me quickly tell you about it. That come 19th of June, we are coming together and bringing 50 people in a closed virtual room where we're going to be helping them push to execute on their goals, on their dreams, especially those ones that they've been dilly-dallying about, that they've been struggling to execute on. We want to help you, myself and Grace as coaches, to help you take that first move and help you get that motion in place so that you can actualize that goal before the end of this year or before the end of the quarter, or depending on how big and how small your goals are. But please join us. The link is everywhere on our personal platforms, as well as on this, on Your Voice, Your Impact. If you check any of our videos, you will see it, but we're going to do all to drop it again in the comment section, or you can just send me a message or send Grace a message, and we're going to send you the link to be a part of that masterclass. It's not free, but it's at a very, very tiny token. It's $15 before the 10th of June and $20 after the 10th of June, but the class is going to hold on the 19th of June. I'm going to bring on Grace right now, and we're just going to do a quick intro before we come with our guest today, talking about financial literacy, your money, your future. We want to get some expert tips about financial success today. So I'm going to bring on Gracie now, and we're going to do some quick intros. Hello, Gracie. How are you? Today we switch. Today we switch. Yes, last week you were in your office. Today you're outside.
Yes, and I'm loving that nature is just blowing cool breeze.
I love it.
Every nook and cranny of my body is receiving
It's feeling
fresh
it.
air. I'm so happy to be here. Hi, beautiful people. How are you? I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Let us know. Let's know how this weekend. How was it? Drop it in the comments so that we can see it. And I hope you're as excited as we are because we know that something wood is happening. It's going to happen on the 19th, and we are just going to keep reminding you until you take that bold step. Welcome, 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 everyone. The energetic.
Yes, yes. All right. So, yes, so please be our guest on the 19th of June. Please sign up now and get it at that $15 so that you get the early bird offer before the 10th of June. Today on the show, I'm super excited about this topic because when it comes to money, like it's something that I'm like, see, this money has to be had. And money has a special way of relating that if you don't understand it, you'll just be pursuing it and it will be running. It will be running and you'll be pushing after it. Meanwhile, there are things you can do to just sit down and money will be coming to you. You'll be attracting it. So how can we build this, very healthy relationship with money? This is 2024 and it's almost like 2024. Aren't you like financially literate? No, you cannot be literate enough for money because also the economy is changing, things are changing, the behavior of our what's it called now, the behavior of our clients, our customers are changing, the demands are changing, so we need to constantly and consistently upgrade and update our knowledge about money. So today we're talking about your money, your future, and we have an expert in the house today to take us through this conversation. In case you didn't see this post before the event, the post we made when we scheduled this event has the fantastic bio of our guest today. But just to give you a little idea of who she is before I bring her up, today we are hosting Miss Theodora Otu, and she's an exceptional financial management consultant and business development expert with over 10 years of experience in leading teams, business incubation for SMEs, and executing wealth management strategies for organizations and individuals. So, who better than Miss Theodora Otu today on the show to come talk to us about finances, to come talk to us about money? So please, without further ado, I'm going to bring her off stage as we get into the conversation today. Hello, hello, ma. How are you doing today? Can you hear me?
Okay, I can see she's the network. You will try us today. Today you don't want us to understand what money will do for us and how it
Oh, I
can
know,
save
right?
money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can see the
So
network is rolling, but I could see her
yeah, same
when I
here.
added her on stage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So we'll wait for our
Hopefully
network
she'll
to.
join us.
Yes,
Yes, and
absolutely.
I know that this topic is very very is essential. Okay, she's out, and hopefully she'll join us because I've come to realize that there are some topics like this when we start like this, the thing will start turning on its own. And most times what is very essential will come with its own hurdle, but it's fine. When it comes to us, so we never give up. If network disappoints today, next week we will still bring her. So network
Absolutely.
better. So this money
Absolutely.
talk, we will talk it.
We
We
will
will
talk
talk
it.
it.
We'll
Yes,
talk
we
it.
will talk it.
We'll talk it.
All right, while we're
Absolutely.
waiting for her,
Yes.
before when we're talking, before we even decided to bring this topic, we've had a money conversation here before where we brought
Right.
people. But like you rightly said, when it comes to money, we can't talk about it enough because that popular saying, money makes the world go round.
Go round. Mm.
Yeah. So we need that education. We need to be constantly in the know. We need to be literate enough where we would have PhD when it comes to financial
Money.
literacy. So for
Yeah.
me, I was so excited because I'm definitely going to be listening and watching and hearing everything that would be essential because money you cannot have it enough. Oh. The more you have, the more you're able to help more people, the more you're able
Right.
to create impact. So beyond your voice, for some people, you're watching this right now and you want to create impact, but you have the money, you don't have time for all of this. You can sponsor some people in your community. Tell them to come and register for our program coming up, our workshop coming up on the 19th. That's a way of creating impact. It's just like planting seeds. So if you're that person, you're listening to this right now, you have money, that you have loose change that you can spare, you just take maybe 10 youths in your community and say, you know what, there is this show that I would love for you to, this workshop I would love for you to attend so that you can do something for yourself. And voila, you are helping them achieve their goal. So please let us be able to do this together so that our community, our environment will thank us for it
Absolutely.
in the later years. So yeah, so
Absolutely.
let's
Okay.
even
So
start. While we're waiting for her,
yes,
let me
she's
ask
she's
you.
back. I'm going to bring her back on
Back.
stage now.
Oh, fantastic.
See, the network here would allow us enjoy this conversation. Hello, hello, Ma. Can you hear us now? Oh, I can
Hi,
I
yeah,
can
I can
see.
hear you. Hello,
Hello.
good afternoon.
Okay, good
I'm sorry,
afternoon.
my
Welcome.
network
How
is
are
a
you
bit
today?
unstable.
Yes, yes, we can see that. Yeah, the network is really funny
I'm great,
today.
thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so welcome to the show.
Mhm.
I hope you can hear me
Yeah, it's
clearly now.
windy
And it's
here, so I guess that's part of it. Thank you
oh, okay.
very
Is
much.
it raining? Where are you? Where are you
Yes, I
connecting
can.
from?
I'm connecting from Life Camp in Abuja.
Abuja. Okay. Is it still raining in Abuja? Because I think I heard Grace said it was raining recently. So it's like the weather is cool. Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you for joining us
It's,
today. We
it's just
appreciate.
it's just windy here.
Okay.
Yeah, the weather is
Okay.
cool.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So I
Pleasure
think
is
I
all
think
mine.
so I think there is a little bit of lag because of the network from what I say or what we question you and when you hear it. So guys, please bear with us. This is technology doing its thing, but as you know, myself and Grace, we are going to roll with it and flow with it until it's becomes a rhyme. So I might take a while to wait for our guest to hear the question so that she's able to
Okay.
answer us. Yes. All right. So talking about money. See, as somebody who has worked with both organizations and individuals, talking about money management and things like that. If I were to ask and open this conversation up to say, if you met somebody right now and they had zero idea about money, they had no money literacy at all or financial literacy at all, what would be the first thing that you would say to them? This network will bind you. Welcome back. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear you loud and clear.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, but did you
Yes,
hear
I
the
can
question?
hear you.
Awesome. Did you hear the question before? Did you hear the question or should I take it again? Oh, I think the network is gone again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This network today. Hello, Ma. Can you hear us? I think it's frozen. Oh, okay. You're back. Okay. All right. So I was saying, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying, as somebody who has worked with organizations, oh my goodness. Okay. This network. No, you're not going to frustrate us. It's not possible. Now you go frustrate. Okay. So I was saying, as somebody who has worked with businesses, with organizations, and even individuals when it comes to money management and financial, management. If you were to meet somebody today who had zero idea or zero literacy about money, what would your first
Mhm.
word be to that person? What would you say? What would the first thing you say to the person to help them open up
Okay,
their
someone
mind to financial literacy? Yes.
okay, someone who wants to know about money, financial literacy. Okay, the first thing I will say to the person, I'm going to give an instance with what happened today. I'm having an event on the 18th of June, and somebody said she didn't have the money to register, but she wants to attend the event. I said, okay, under one condition. She said, what's the condition? I said, my laptop is a bit too bulky and it's having some issues. I don't want to take it for the event. So you come with your laptop so that I will use your laptop to stream, and then you join the event for free. She said, fine. And I told her, do you know just what just happened? She said, no. I said, you just made money. I just saved money. So
Oh
what people don't
wow.
know is that money is not the physical currency we see. When in the olden days we hear about trade by barter, actually money is anything of value that you can give in exchange for what you want. So you don't always have to think that until I have cash before I know I have money. So I needed a laptop to stream. She needed to get into the program, which she had to pay 15,000 for. Now, her laptop was a means of exchange that she used to pay for that program. And it's equivalent to the physical 15,000 that she would have counted to give to me for her registration. So the first thing I'll tell anybody about money is that everybody has money. It is not only that currency in your bank account that is money. If you have anything of value that you can exchange for what you want, then you have money. And that is what money is.
Wow, I love it. What a wonderful way to kick off this conversation, because it's such a solid foundation to lay to say that, come, don't think of fiat as the money. Think value. I saw a video earlier
Exactly.
on today
Mhm.
on Instagram. Busi was having this session, and in the room he was using an example of this money and exchange of value still, but in the sense he was talking about was negotiating, right? Saying, okay, if you're in this room and you have a service you're offering, when somebody comes to you and say, oh,
Okay.
say your product is $1,000, and the person comes and say, me, it's $400, may I have? Oh, so he asked, like, what would your response be? And one of the persons in the room said, I would say no, that my price is 1,000. And he was like, now you just lost money, because the client will just walk away. So it was like, okay, how should you negotiate? It's like, see, don't talk price, which brings me back to the conversation we're talking. Don't talk price, talk value. And he gave an example. So the person he used an example as is a makeup artist. And this person said, okay, I would charge, let's say, $500 for my makeup artist. So he
Exactly.
was like, so if I come to you and say, oh, my budget is $300, what would you say? And she was like, okay, because of what he said. So he switched role and said, okay, let's role play. I'll be the makeup artist, you be the client. So when she said that, Lucy was like, okay. So where are you going? Like, what event do you have that you want to do this face beat for? He said, oh, it's a wedding. He said, are you married? It's like, no. So do you have an
Okay.
ex? You said, yes, I have an ex. Say, So what would be the cost of having your ex attend that same wedding and having you look shabby because you don't want to pay this amount to get a face beat that would fit you? Like, what would it feel like if oh my, by the time she's done, it's like, so you saying here that, see, if you can afford to have your ex look down on you because you don't have a great makeup on, then you can walk away. But if you want to stand out in that room, that will make your ex regret that he lost something, then I'm your person. So, and I was like, wow. So in that instance, he switched the conversation from just price and money to the value that this particular fake makeup artist is bringing to the table. And this correlates so beautifully well with what you said about money is not the physical, it's not just the physical paper that we see or even the number that we transfer when we are doing like virtual transfers now that we are going cashless, right? But money, real money, is the value that paper or that figure or that amount can actually render to you. And I love, 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 love it. Okay, so the network is trying to test us, but we will refuse to be frustrated. We're going to go over the conversation and wait for Theodora to come back on the show in this studio. I think the network has just kicked her off again. So Gracie, what do you think about this fantastic open that we have with the idea of money is not just the paper versus the value that it brings?
Brilliant, brilliant. I've always mentioned it. I said, okay, I think I read it in a book where someone said that if you're given a plate of food in a desert and $20 billion in a desert where you know that on an island, and you're giving $20 billion raw cash, and you're asked to choose either the plate of food or the $20 million. The question, what will you choose? You're almost dying, you're hungry, you're going to die. You definitely
We
choose
choose
the
food.
food, because you will
Absolutely.
just die there, and the $20
Now the $20 will be there.
So it made so much sense to me. I was like, at first I was like, I'll take $20 now. From there, I'll be able to say no contact, no
No
nothing.
contact, nothing.
Your survival is dependent on the food and everything. And I'm like, oh, makes sense. All right, she's back. And
Yeah.
I think I have a question that is
Go
that
ahead.
I
Please go for
would
it.
love to ask her. Are you there? Can you hear me so that I would know if you're ready before I shoot?
Yeah.
So she's still
She's still
hanging.
frozen. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So so what she said
Okay,
about
I think she's
money
back. Can you
being
hear us now?
Okay.
Okay, I think she
Yes,
can
I
hear us.
can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
all right. Okay. So my question is, we talk a lot about financial literacy and why it is essential that we are. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I
I
can
can
hear
see you
you.
waving. Okay.
Yes, we can hear
So
you.
my question is, who is a financial illiterate?
Yes, I
Did you
can. Go
get the
ahead.
question?
I can
Okay.
hear
Who
you. Go
is a
ahead.
financial illiterate? My question to you is, who would you call a financial illiterate?
A financial illiterate is someone who thinks that the totality of financial literacy just ends in, yes. A financial illiterate. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you
Yes,
hear
I can
me?
hear you. Just
Yes,
go
yes,
ahead.
yes. Go
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh no. Okay. So this network is really dealing with us, guys. But we are not going to we're not going to let it dissuade us. But what can happen though is if we keep having the network issue, we might just have to bring her back on a better day or on another time when the network will be better. Okay. But for now, if you're joining us, I see you guys on LinkedIn. Thank you for joining. I see you guys on Instagram. Thank you for joining. And I think there are some people on YouTube as well. So please, if you have any question around the topic already, you can drop them. And we can also collate your questions for the next time we meet her, or even right now to ask on your behalf. If you have any question around financial literacy, around money, around money and success, just drop your questions in the comments and we're going to take it. Yes, Grace, you were trying to say something before you asked your question.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying that um what she said about money being, oh my goodness.
Today is today. No
So
problem. Okay, I think she's even back.
everything around money is value. That's what I've
Right.
been able to gather from the conversation. Everything around money is value. So when I don't have money enough, I'll ask myself, what do I what do I have? What do I have that I can exchange right now? So with that mindset, I always I'm always in the position that because I have value, I would always have money. Right? Okay, she's here. Let us take let me if you heard my question, please go ahead with the answer. What
Yeah, I
who
think our mic is muted at the moment. Your mic is muted, ma.
So please do unmute and then you can answer the question. Who is a financial illiterate
Illiterate. Is it frozen again? Oh wow.
person? All right, so this is rather unfortunate, but
Yes.
the beautiful thing is at least okay. Please let her go on with it.
All right. Yes, please, ma. Can you hear? Can you hear us? Oh ma, no, no, no. I think the network is really is gone again. So um okay. So the network is gone again. And yes, it's making the whole conversation a little bit draggy. We apologize for that on behalf of the network. It's not our fault. This is the network's fault. But um, it means probably we're going to have this conversation at another time. Hopefully, the network will be better then. But we've talked just rolling by the introduction that we made here already today is to establish, like, if you leave here with nothing today, we have established that money is beyond the paper or the currency that we spend, that we give in exchange. So the true money is that true value in exchange for value. So value for value. So you have something that somebody needs, and they have something you need. So that exchange is what true money is about. Okay, Madam Tio, you're back. Welcome back. Can you hear us now? Is it better on your end? Is it better? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? We can see you, but we don't know if you can hear us. And if it would help, maybe if your network is a little bit wobbly, you could turn off um your video. Maybe it would help the bandwidth, just maybe. At least we can still hear you.
Yes, it's better. I apologize for the hitches.
No, it's fine. It's the network. It's okay, ma'am.
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
sorry, there was an emergency.
I can hear
I
you
even
loud
had
and
to.
clear.
Okay,
Okay,
no
better.
problem. No problem. Yeah, so
So
so the
I'll
question
focus now.
Grace was asking, well, the
Video.
question Grace asked was, who is a financial illiterate? And you were taking that before the network disappeared on you, and it's done again.
Are you serious?
This one is Abuja connection.
No, but I'm in Abuja as well. I'm in
Maybe
Abuja.
the part of Abuja is in, or the network. Which
The
network are you
network.
on?
So I think yeah. Okay, so I think we'd have to do this again. Maybe we could
Yes,
just focus on having the conversation. I'm very sure that
yes,
we've had this conversation over and over again,
yes.
and one of the things we do as coaches, because at the end of the day, when we in our coaching sessions, we find out sometimes that people have things that they can exchange for value, but they're always complaining about the money.
The
So the
money.
money is always coming first. So I remember we had this conversation. I finished a book with some children
Mm,
where Rich Dad Poor Dad was all about financial literacy, all about financial literacy. And what the man said was really profound, and we can talk about it
right.
all day. Yeah, we had this mindset about the traditional going to school to learn, because when you go to school, they don't teach you money talks. They don't teach you. They just
Don't.
teach you how to be a professional. And
Mm,
then in that book, he talked about how you can let money work for you. I was very excited because I wanted to really ask Theodora, because when it comes to money, she that's her focus.
Yeah.
She's been able to manage organizations to see how to take them from their financial position to a better financial position.
Right.
But I had so many questions to ask her because different people with different money blueprints.
Right.
So I want to even ask you, do you think while growing up, so this is a personal question, do you think while growing up, you had a fantastic money blueprint that you can say is helping you or is not helping you? Whatever the story is, what would you say
Oh.
about your financial blueprint?
Oh, if we go there, if we open, it's like a Pandora box we're about to open right there. Because again, I'm even currently on that journey of changing the relationship that I have with money. Now, when I was growing up, with the work that I do now, I'm beginning to excavate some of the things, some of the money mindset that I have that is that is
Mm,
that is there as money blocks, right? So,
yeah.
for example, when I was younger, so my dad was a sailor, right? So my dad is not always at home. He would travel, he would go away for like a month plus, and then will come around for like 2 months. Those 2 weeks, those 2 weeks that my dad is around, we are balling. We are balling
Mm,
because it's party every like he's hosting his friends over. So there will be party in the house. So we're consistently cooking for the guests, and enjoying ourselves. And when they are doing all their bang bang ding ding, we will go and dance. I'm a dancer. I will dance. They will spray me money. So I'm always having money. But here's the thing that I didn't know. My parents weren't financially literate. They probably they could have guided us. They didn't know better. So the money mindset I had then was to hoard, was to keep,
mm,
was to save. So I could save, which is okay, but you can't be wealthy by saving
yeah.
because you can't multiply the money. If you save, you're just going to keep it there. Okay, I think Theodora is back, but let's see. So I had that mindset. Oh my God, the network, eh? I can see her, but it's not showing when I add that to the screen. I have the mindset of, I'll just leave it in case it comes back on. So I had the
Okay.
mindset of, and I came to a point where I felt pride, you know, anytime money finish in the house and everybody's
Mm,
looking for money, I'll now be the one to now come to the rescue.
gang gang. Oh shit. Commando.
So I was feeling good with myself being the last resort.
Mm,
Now, what that has done for me is right now, right? I can, if you give me money to keep for you, Grace, let heaven be falling, and I need that money to do what I have to do. I won't touch your money.
oh no.
That's what that
Agba saver.
thing. Do you get? That's
Agba
what.
saver.
That's what that experience. Because I won't. I would keep it so far, and I will not touch that money. Just so that whenever you come back, Auntie, here's your money. Take it. I don't want
Mm,
story. Do you see? But I don't think is. I mean, in a way, you would think it's good. I could justify it, like, yes, I'm a money saver, I'm prudent, and all of that. But no, money. What I'm learning now about money is that money is current. Money needs to move. Money needs to move. If you are keeping it, it's like you are making it go against its purpose. Money needs to move. Rather, instead of keeping that money, I'd rather even maybe quickly use it. Of course, there's the risk involved there, but I
yeah.
could make that use of that money to make more money. The money will be happier than if I just kept it. Do
Yes,
you
no, it's
see?
like talent.
Exactly. If you don't use it, it becomes stale. So that's my experience with money when I was growing up. So I always felt like I'm the last resort, and I felt pride about it. But right now, I knew, oh no, 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 it has actually held me back in so many ways, and in my relationship with money, which is something I'm currently working on. I'm currently in Coach Baby's abundance program, where honestly she's excavating a lot of money mindset, literally the things that we don't even think about. It has become like automatic to us. Like, when something is happening, the first thing you think is, I can't afford it. Like, you not even, like, there are places their mindset or money blocks, you will see the place just because the store is nice and things are shining, you just automatically dis- disqualify yourself and say, no, no be my type that they find for there. Me, I cannot go and
Kai,
chop this. So it's a money block. It's a money block. So yeah. So these are things
ah,
that I'm now learning. Yeah.
I love it. I think we all at some point, no matter um how wealthy, or I don't know, it has changed now. But for me, while you were talking, what was coming to my head was it would I say that my own money blueprint was more about, still save, don't be spend what they call them,
Spendthrift,
don't be extravagant,
extravagant.
don't be, so for me it was a bit of it was moderate in such a way that for me, I grew up in a home where I knew that anything I wanted was going to be given to me only in an average way. Like, don't go and think, they'll tell
Ah,
you that don't go and be thinking like this person. No, you are not that person. This is who you are. So so I would not say I really lacked anything, but that has affected me even till date. That I would say that if I need money for
you
anything,
have
I
like a
can get it.
box.
I
Hmm.
have like a box. I would always, but I don't need to overstretch myself. But what I've now learned is because what I do, I know I need plenty money. I need better
Exactly.
money. So look at um look at what we are doing. What we're doing is it's definitely it definitely involves money because we need to be able to go to different. I have seen us going to different countries and getting people to use their voices for impact.
Together, like a
And
physical event. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to happen. I
Yeah.
don't say these things. I don't just say these things because I know it's achievable. What would it take?
Right.
It's just to plan towards it and then get it
Yep.
started and all of that.
Yep.
So for me, it wasn't the case. Like you rightly said, because of the money blocks, you'll be like, I won't be able to afford it. Too. And then I remember that I was even the number one person that used my first car, the first car I ever bought. I didn't have shishi in my account. I was just a salary earner that was just always waiting for salary to come, and then I was walking past cars, and I was like, okay, how much for that one? How much for that one? How much for this one? This one will come. And I'll be when I go back, I'll be laugh. I'll say, Grace, you self, you
What
used
are
to do
you
that
doing?
thing by yourself, you know. But then one day I sat down, and I was serious. One day I sat down. I was looking for a shop because even though I had my salary, I needed to do business, so I was looking for shops. And then I went to one place, I went to look for shop, and I asked them how much for the shop. They now told me one outrageous amount. And I said, Kene, I beg you, this environment that doesn't even look like people would buy things from here. So what I did was that I started planning. I said, you know what, I'm going to buy my car and I'm going to use my car as a shop.
That's your
My boot
store.
will be my trunk will be my shop. And guess what? I did it. Even though
Hmm.
the car I got was not a fantastic car, but I used that car for 7 years. I bought that
Hmm.
car in 2014. I would never forget. And my salary at that time was practically, was it 50K or there? I can't even remember. Well, it wasn't anything fantastic.
Hmm.
But I was able to because I wanted it badly. So I
Right.
have come to the realization, I've come to the realization that whatever you really want is achievable, depends on how hungry you are. And I
Mm-hmm.
checked some things that I want now, and I would say I want it. Then I'll probably start. I'm like, well, things will distract me, and I will not, Then later, when that thing slides and I don't get, I'll be like, oh, Grace,
You
you
let
didn't
it
really
go.
want this thing. You just,
Yeah.
it was a nice to have,
It
but
wasn't
you
a
didn't
must
really
have.
need it. Yeah, but I've been able to watch my programs, and I've been able to watch myself achieve anything I am really hungry about. So I
Hmm.
now realize that see, this money thing is, if you want it, you get it. All you need to
Yeah.
do is build that mindset, and
Yeah.
depends on how all those money blocks that they gave us, that if you're rich, you are evil. If you
Yes,
are
all those
wealthy, you will
belief,
get out
all
of
those
you know
belief that are not real. Yes, yes. I'll give you a classic example of something that just happened in the program I'm telling you about. So somebody just shared like a testimony, right? One of her money block was almost like saying, um, no debts. And I could relate to that because I'm like that too. Like, I know they
She said
borrow
what?
money. No, I can't
Okay.
borrow. I know they borrow money. No debt. I can't. I don't borrow money, and I don't like to like on it will be like last resort. Like even if I'm asking in like I really need it, I would ask in such a way that please can you give me, not borrow, so that you are not expecting it back. Do you get? So this person had that same mindset. So like, but it initially it's like it's good. You are debt free. No while you don't have to stress. But it started to affect her business because her business has gotten to a place where it needs to scale. And if you have to scale a business, you need more money. And most times, if you want to have more money, you're probably going to loan from a bank or loan from family and friends. But definitely, you need a lump sum to put into the business to scale it.
Yeah.
So this person said that her mom actually offered. She was like, no, don't worry, no, I don't want to. But after this
Her
program,
mom.
yeah, she was like, I don't want. But after
Ah,
this, after like because this program we are on now is supposed to be for 3 months, 1 quarter. We've done this is like our 4th week in it now, and I can't even lie to you. Coach Bemi is the bomb. So she has helped us to wind our brain. That's I think the class we had before last weekend was so hot. She gave us like 20 hot questions. Like, if you hear this, what is the first thing that comes to mind? If your answer is yes, then you have money block. If your answer is no, then you are fine. If you have money block, this, and this are what you can do to change that trajectory. So this lady took the step, and I'm so happy for her because I'm like, yeah, you are doing the work, you're seeing the results. That's why I said, okay, this debt thing, we have to break these jinx. She now went back to her mom, like, okay, mom, that money you talked about, let's do it. Like, the mom gave her a tough time. Like, okay, I sit down. How will you pay me back? What's your plan? What are you going to do with the money and everything? But eventually, when she broke down the things that she was going to do with the money and everything, it wasn't as bad as she thought it would be. But guess what? The mindset was still there. Like, she explained everything she was going to do. Oh, the mom gave her the money. Like, the mom gave her the money the next day. She said when she saw the money in her account, her heart sank. Like, this money is there. I won't touch it. I won't touch it. Like, it was a battle. She was like, maybe I should just leave it for like 2 months and give the money back to my mom. Like, thank you, but I won't touch that. That's how these money blocks can be strong. And when she was giving us that testimonial, I kept asking myself, like, EJ, how, in which other ways are you actually holding yourself back because of some money mindset that you have? Like, hey, is me? Can I, where will I get money from? How will I pay back? Hey, what if this money, I collect this money now and the business I did not work? What will happen to me? And like all this, what if? But the truth is, I remember when she shared it, Coach Bemi was like, see, you see that mindset that you fought with the mindset and you put forward a positive vibration to say, no, I need to scale my business. My business is going to scale and I'm going to pay back this money. So he said, see, that vibration, that thought, that mindset, hold it tight and be repeating it to yourself every day until you cannot unsay it, unbelieve it, unsee it. To say, I am scaling my business. My business is going to scale. I have gotten this loan. I will use it for this purpose. My business is going to scale. I'm going to refund the money, even with interest. You keep saying, it's not easy work. This thing we're talking about, but it is possible, and it's possible, but it's very powerful if you don't deal with it. There are too many opportunities that it will rob you off, that you yourself will just disqualify yourself from opportunities that has your name on it just because of the kind of mindset that you have about money. So I really wish that we could have spoken a lot about this, because I love Theodora's profile, because she's not only just a financial person, management, she's also a mindset coach. And so joining those two together, it will make her very rich in having this conversation. But I guess we're going to have to
We would have to
bring her back.
do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, when the network is better, because we really need to have this conversation. This is already half of the year. Some of us have not hit our financial numbers, not because we couldn't, but because we had all these limiting beliefs pulling us back. When we're supposed to put in the work, we're not putting in the work. For example, one of the work that we could put in is actually picking up your phone and calling your clients, checking up on them, following up, but we don't do it. And we expect money to come in. We're not following up and you expect them to come. No, some people, the clients are waiting for you, but if you don't do that extra push to just ask, how are you, how is it going, you spoke about this now and I didn't see you again, it could just be that they legitimately forgot, but you've left that money on that table and let it go
Yeah.
like that. Meanwhile, if you just push and say, oh, how are you and everything, they could actually tell you. Or even if they don't want to buy, they might from that conversation tell you something that will make your process better or make your product better for the next customer, and which should eventually increase your bottom line. So again, there's a lot that our money mindset can block us from having when they are readily available to us. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think the what would save us is to have conversations like this. There is what
Yes.
miracles, magic happens with repetition.
Mm, that's a good
to
one.
to follow suit, and then other things would come and you just drift again to the other part.
Right. Oh, now it's your network.
Taking the food the steps forward. Let me give you an example. Before, when I started doing business,
Right.
and thank God for collaborations, my
What's wrong with this network now? You are frozen, but we can hear you. Hello, Grace. Are you there? Grace, can you hear me? Abuja is really showing you people Shege Banza today. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mohammed Shamim. Thank you for joining today. Mary, I see you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ezekiel. It's Soda, Julie Begwan, Akinyemi, Taufik Okbayemi. Thank you all so much for joining on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I see you guys. Thank you for joining. We're really having network challenges, today, but bear with us. We're going to have this conversation again because we have to bring back our dear guest, Miss Theodora Otu, who is going to really help us dig deeper into this conversation because she works with organizations, businesses, SMEs specifically, and individuals. So she has like a wider spectrum when it comes to the matter of financial literacy, which is why we know that she's going to be a very, very good person to have this conversation with. But today, the network is really, really dealing with us out here. But nevertheless, I hope that from the little conversation that myself and Gracie have had and that powerful intro that Miss Theodora started with, I hope that you've gotten something that you can take away from this conversation today when it comes to the matter of money. Okay, Gracie is back. Welcome back.
Okay, so I was sharing thank God for collaboration. So I always
Okay,
say that it
hold
can.
on, hold on. I think Theodora is here, but I don't know. Can you hear us? Oh no, she's back. She's out. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so one thing with collaborations, for me, I'm always for it because it has helped me, especially in my business. So because of my when I started doing my business, I was just doing small, small. Big, I can't shout. Let me buy small. Let me pay you, so I'm not owing you. At any time I like, I sell. Don't rush me for your money. I started that. But as we grew into the business, I realized that she would push me. She would tell me that, Grace, is it not you? We've been doing this for long. Take. Giving me goods worth millions. And I'm like, hey, they say. Me, I don't like they say. I want to pay. She now said that, Grace, I trust you. And, and me, trust is a big deal for me. Integrity is a big
Mm,
deal for me. So what she did for me was she put me in a place where I would push myself by fire, by force to sell. What I
right.
was operating was, since my money, since I had paid her the money, I was not
So
doing
you
anything extra.
relax.
If they buy, they buy. If they don't buy, they don't buy. I've already paid her. I'm not owing her anything. But and I think that's what these wealthy people do. They are practically living on, they're
Other
owing, they're
people's
practically
money.
owing
Yeah,
on other
yeah,
people's
yeah.
money. But
Right,
it took me a lot of um work to get to that point. It
right.
took me trust from a collab for somebody that we work together in the same office, and we decided to do business together. And I can't thank her enough, because she pushed me. Now I'm not afraid of how much is
Mm,
it. I will pay. Borrow me or bring the goods. I will pay. I did
right.
something recently. I did something very, very weird, because I like to push myself. When I see that, okay, let's say this is the X
The
amount I'll be able to
threshold.
take this, I'll push again. So what I did recently wasn't even recent. It was towards the end of last year. I just took a good amount, and I bought stuff. I just bought stuff for my business, and I was like, I would sell. I would sell.
Mm,
You know,
mm.
the market was, when things started happening, people were complaining. Fitness tools. Nobody thought about fitness tools. But guess what? One person came. I want to buy, and it was something quite expensive. I want to buy. I want. They will just come. I want to buy. I will keep advertising and everything. I sold everything, and I'm like,
Wow.
now wow. It's just for you to understand that this risk is, if you have the energy. So I'm still building my risk muscle,
Level.
so that
Yeah, which
I'll
is
keep.
good.
And that's the
Yeah,
whole
that's
idea of
it. Again, yeah.
no,
Again,
we've
it's
not
a
had this
journey, and we need
conversation.
to
No.
know. And we need to know it's a journey as well, so that
Yeah.
you don't look at somebody who is there without any money blocks, who is actually like, there are people like, once they say,
Mhm.
I need this thing, you will just see that it is showing, and you'll be wondering like, how are you? Is it magic? No, they've built their muscle, they've built their abundance muscle so much that it answers them very fast. So if
Yes.
yours is not at that level, it's okay. You can start today and start to build it. Before the end of the year, it will be strong enough for you to say, I want this, and go for it and actually get it. Oh, Theodora, we're so sorry for this network that really, really, really stopped you. But we are going to have to host you again. Is that fine, Ma? Can you hear me?
Because
It's
one
still
hour
not.
is gone, and we want to
Yeah.
have this conversation very fresh, crisp,
Yes, and
and
clean.
without blemish. Yes.
Yes, yes. So we would have to host you.
First, I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Oh, okay.
I think it's a
Yeah.
good place to end the show, so that we would bring her up next time. I'm
Yes.
positive that next time it will be better than
The
today.
network will be better. Absolutely, absolutely. Would have to work on that. But thank you so much for really, really not giving up, Madam Theodora. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for keep trying till the end of the show. We appreciate you, and thank you to everyone who has joined us from all the various platforms, from LinkedIn, from Instagram, from YouTube. Thank you for being a part of this journey. All right. Let us know if you have any questions, any contributions. You can always reach out to us. You can drop it in the comment section on whatever platforms you're watching on, and let us have your questions, your contributions, and let's have your thoughts on the topic of the day. And again, remember, we have a masterclass holding or masterclass slash workshop on the 19th of June, which is next Wednesday. So please, if you are available, you should be available for it. Okay. So please register to be a part of that, or you can sponsor somebody to be a part of that. Is $15 if you're paying or securing your seat before the 10th of June, and $20 if you are after the 10th of June. This is Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ, and Gracie here as well. We are grateful for the journey so far. And you heard Grace. I love how she spoke it into being. And that is it. The seed has been sown. So watch out for when we'll be calling for physical meetings across the world as we go on this journey together. All right. Thank you so much. We will come your way again next week with probably this same conversation or another one, until we get back or hear back from Miss Theodora for when she would have a stable network and we're able to dive deep into this conversation of your money, your future, expert tips for financial success. It is goodbye and have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye
Bye.
bye. Oh, wow. There are so many. Nicole O'Neill once said, when you find the courage to use your voice, it has the power to positively inspire and change the lives of others. It is one of the special gifts you have to offer the world. It is something to be cherished and championed, never hidden. And that is why we are here on Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ. I am a life and transformational coach, and I work with women aged 40 and above to turn their abandoned dreams into achievable goals by activating their voice for impact. I'm also a podcaster and an event host. On this show with me is
Great, so amazing. The goal of this show is to help people use their voices to create impact. I am a physicist and a life coach. What I do for my clients is I help them build systems to achieve their goals whilst having fun doing it. On this show, we discuss topical issues that can inspire you to move. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome aboard.